Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, time for your Divine Masculine reading. Hope you guys are looking forward to the weekend. I really am. And the weekend's always nice, right? We're going to take a little gander into what's happening with your Mr. Masculine, our favorite person to look into and gaze into their world, right? Although I have to tell you, that's exactly what this journey is probably pointing you in the opposite, or at least trying to point you in the opposite direction of. There's a reason why your Divine Masculine runs from you. And it's because the universe, God, the all, whatever you prefer to call it, source, maybe, is trying to get you to wake up to your truth of what you really are, right? So the true source of the love that you're seeking. So think of it this way, like if you're seeking love, right? And this won't make sense to your mind, but I think it'll make sense to your soul. You'll resonate with this. Think about it this way. If you are putting your belief that love can be found outside of you in this other person, and then the universe grants that to you, right? And then you're like, yes, I have found the love that I'm seeking in this other person. The universe would be keeping you attached to and subservient to the matrix. Why is that? Because the universe is trying to tell you that that is an illusion. That's not where true love can be found. True love can only be found within, right? Now, that was something that made me mad and angry. Sorry, I'm looking for a card that's not supposed to be in here. I can't find it. It'll pop up again, though. That made me mad and angry when I started to understand that. Because I, like everyone else in the world, believed that love was found outside of myself. And that it could only be found outside of myself. And that was exactly what the universe was trying to direct me away from. Because anything outside of yourself is temporary, right? It's found in the temporal world. It's part of the creation. And for you to find true bliss and happiness, which is exactly what your soul came here to do, and what God wants for you, or source, or the all, again, whatever you want to call it, you have to recognize that that power is within you. It's not part of the finite world, right? If you find it outside of yourself, then it can be taken away from you. That's giving your power away, right? Which is why when your twin flame came in, you were like, oh, I found the love that I want. And you're so happy. And then when they're gone, you're like, oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's awful. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And that is giving your power away. Okay? That makes you subservient to something else. That makes you vulnerable to all of the illusions that create lack and depression and unhappiness. That your happiness lies in the hands of another is what keeps us enslaved. And this is about liberation. This is truly about liberation, Divine Feminine. And you met your twin flame because it's time for you to recognize and embrace your sovereignty on a soul level, which is everything, okay? Everything. It's beautiful. It's Beautiful. Please like and subscribe, by the way. We really appreciate the help and support that you guys have been giving our channel. At the bottom of the deck, we have 3 of coins. Okay, so we're going to get into this reading now. Let me get you your numerology numbers for today. 3 and 2, 32, 23, and 5. All right, so with 3 of coins being the overall energy for the reading today, this is teamwork, collaboration, building something together. This is the mission that you are on with your divine masculine, and it is all about liberation and recognizing the true power within you, okay? It truthfully is, you guys. That is why your divine masculine runs from you, is to not let you buy into the illusion that what you are seeking can only be found outside of you. Until you find it within you and unite with the all and the one that's within you, and have no other before that, you will remain in this back and forth polarization with you and your divine masculine. Okay, because the only goal from this whole union with your masculine is to find union within. That is 100% it, you guys. So this is your mission. We're going to take a look into this right now. This is your recent past with divine masculine. And with this, we have 2 of Swords in reverse. With 2 of Swords in reverse, there is some confusion and a feeling of not being acknowledged, or kind of feeling overlooked by the world, by people around you. Your divine masculine doesn't feel seen or heard or understood. Okay? And you have felt similarly to that. You have even felt misunderstood by your divine masculine, like they didn't get you. They've felt the same thing. Okay, so there's a feeling of nobody understands me. Nobody gets where I'm coming from. Nobody gets what's happening to me in this world. And I feel alone, loneliness. With the karmic situation, we have King of Swords and the Emperor in reverse. So we have a person that is very much a leader. And this could be your divine masculine, or whoever your divine masculine is interacting with. I have a feeling that it's more your divine masculine, but it could go either way because we're looking into the karmic situation. So they may have kind of an authoritative type of leadership feeling, like in the relationships that they're in, but they may also be feeling led by someone else. And kind of following the lead of this other person. With the Emperor in reverse, there's definitely a lot of immaturity. So even though, so it's kind of like the blind leading the blind, okay? There's like the information that's being drawn upon to draw conclusions in order to make these authoritative type of decisions are coming from a place of naivety, ignorance, immaturity, and just a poor outlook, a poor perspective. And the universe gives us what we need before it can give us what we want. And so we get experiences to help us to become in alignment with our true self. And that's what's happening in this situation. There's mistakes that are being made. The blind following the blind, right? Like again, this goes back to looking outside of yourself for someone to put above you. I can't do it on my own, so I got to follow this person's plan or this person's plan. The leader needs to be you, right? So your divine masculine is learning that lesson that they need to go within to find what they are seeking. Now, toward you, we have 6 of Cups and then also 10 of Cups in reverse. So 6 of Cups is a beautiful card. There's an innocence, okay? There's coming together in an innocent and beautiful way with you, divine feminine. There's a playfulness, a return back to like just that childlike part of yourself that is in tune and in alignment with purity, really. You know, there's just a feeling of being able to be at home in this relationship with you. That's the initial attraction and feelings that they have had with you. And with 10 in reverse, 10 of cups in reverse, there's a complementary energy along with that of feeling like they need to leave something behind. This right here is making them recognize that there are parts and aspects of their life that are not actually in alignment with maintaining this. And that can bring on some feelings of like, I'm not ready for this yet. I'm just not ready yet. It feels good and it's wonderful and it's a glimpse into what might be, but I'm not ready yet. And so your divine masculine with that kind of energy might feel the need to run or have run from you, which I'm sure at this point in time, at this stage in time is when they took off and ran. It was beautiful, amazing, wonderful, but I'm not ready for this yet. How can I maintain this? How can I got all these problems over here. How can I be in this? They couldn't let go of what was and embrace this. It felt too foreign for them. It felt like they just felt like they weren't there yet. And the truth is that they are ready, but it's in the mind that they feel that they're not. And so more needs to happen in order for them to get into alignment. The universe has to give us what we need to get us in alignment with what we truly want. Now, currently with your divine masculine, and again, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate it a lot. It helps our channel to grow. As a reminder, we also have wonderful group call memberships that, I mean, these group calls are so phenomenal, you guys, and there's a lot of one-on-one attention that you get. Those links are in the description box below, as well as for one-on-ones and personal tarot readings. If you're interested in a personal tarot reading to find out a little bit more about you and your divine masculine on a personal level and not on the collective scale, our personal tarot readings are really, really good. So check those out. Six of Swords. Okay, so we have Six of Swords here as present energy between the two of you. There is a necessary period of transition that has to take place. You know, the truth is when we really understand and embrace the truth of who we are and recognize what we really, really are in this world, transition doesn't necessarily have to happen. We can just instantly manifest. But because we are not conditioned that way, and we're in a state of conditioning, a transitional period has to happen from caterpillar to butterfly. And you and your divine masculine are currently in a transitional period in your lives with one another and in your karmic lives. In the karmic situation currently, we have 10 of Wands in reverse and 10 of Coins upright. So we've got your divine masculine is like pulling back from the karmic situations in their life. They're starting to kind of wake up a little bit, like, wait a second, what's really going on here? I think they may have told, if they're in a relationship with someone, they may have told them recently that they need a break, that they need to step away. They're really like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and recognizing that there's something other than what they've been experiencing. And they want that. They want what they know in their hearts is a possibility. And maybe up until this point, they have felt like maybe they've kind of had an attitude of like, I can never have that, or that stuff doesn't happen for me. You know, they may have had a lot of inner dialogue that made them feel unworthy of a happy life. And they felt that they needed to stay in a place of compromise. But they're starting to realize that they can have that if they just apply themselves and take that risk and follow that inner faith. This is coupled along with the energy of 10 of coins, which is like they want to leave. Like they're recognizing that this is big, you guys. They're recognizing that what they give their attention to is what like manifests in their life. They're starting to see how it's all about choices and it's all about perspectives. And they want to leave something behind, and they're realizing, okay, am I really actually leaving behind the legacy that I want with the actions and the choices that I'm taking and where I'm giving my time and attention? Or is there something greater, something more? And so they're balancing that energy out, and they're saying, maybe this isn't really what I want, and maybe it's time for a shift. And they're stepping back and reevaluating everything in their life right now. Toward you, we have the World and 6 of Wands in reverse. So we've got a feeling of maybe I pulled back too much. Maybe I didn't give this the attention or the, sometimes it's hard to, like I have the feeling, but I'm trying to put the right words to the feeling here. Maybe there's a feeling of I gave up too soon, or I stepped away from this without giving it enough credit. I think they're starting to realize that part of the reason why they kind of ran away from you came from a place of fear. Whereas before it was logic and reason. They were like, oh, this can't work or this can't happen. It's a wonderful situation, but it's not sustainable. Whatever their reasoning behind it was on a 3D level, they're starting to tune into the fact that there's something much bigger going on here. Much, much bigger. And that they maybe need to give it a little bit more attention. I love this picture right here. See, they're within a circle, and the light is at the center. This symbol means so much on the twin flame journey. Okay? The center, the truth of who you are and all of the universe surrounding you. Infinite options. But you got to recognize that the light, you are the light within. And what you give your time and attention to is what manifests. And your divine masculine is waking up and recognizing that because of the encounter with you. And so are you, divine feminine. So are you. In the near future, okay, we have justice in reverse. So there's going to be some darkness that is going to need to be addressed in your divine masculine's world. As they start to have these breakthroughs, which they are right now, currently, as a result of their encounter with you, that's where the big shift took place for them. But in order for them to like go into this reality over here, they have to let go of this reality over here. And that's like where the destruction of like the difficulties come from. Because as we're transitioning into like this higher consciousness, a lot of things have to fall away out of our life, and that can sometimes suck us back in temporarily. So your divine masculine is going to probably temporarily kind of get sucked back into, like after they have some breakthroughs, even some samadhi moments, right? They're going to get sucked back into some fear patterns that just need a little bit more like attention so that they can see the pattern clearly enough to be able to turn away from it in any and all situations. Okay, sometimes our patterns show up in different ways and we don't recognize, like we think we've conquered that, and we don't recognize that it's like manifesting in another way. And that's again just to show us so that we can really shift our energy away from that and create something new and then step into that reality. It's about reality creation. You and your divine masculine are really, you guys are on like that. You guys are on that higher path right now to reality creation. That is your mission with your divine masculine. And that's what this is about, is you and your divine masculine are on a mission together to become the powerful manifestors of creation that you have always been. You just didn't recognize that you were. It's the awakening. Okay? You guys are in the awakening. For real. From the universe. The only one that can truly initiate you into that is that which is within you, which is where you and your divine masculine are connected. Okay? At the level of the soul. It's the true initiation. Cannot be given to you by man. Okay? It can only happen within you. So now we have, in the karmic situation, this is, again, now this is not set in stone, okay? This is potential future. Potential. Okay? This is never absolute. We have Strength in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. So that's pretty interesting. These are two powerful cards. With Strength in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, we have kind of like what seems like two opposing energies, but is actually like very complementary of one another. Because with the Hierophant, there's, you know, in reverse, we've got creativity, you know, kind of like ignoring authority, right? Which can sometimes be a good thing. We have to be our higher authority, right? Not the world. Now, that doesn't mean we run around and do dumb things and get ourselves in trouble, right? It's about learning to follow your own inner compass to manifest what you truly want and understanding the laws of the universe. So with Strength in reverse, you have like fear and self-sabotage, abuses of power. They're really recognizing at this point what does not serve them well. Okay, with the energy of these two cards in combination, they recognize what's not serving them well. And they're becoming very, very clear on what that is. And sometimes in order to know what we want, we really have to be familiar with and know what we don't want, so that we learn to avoid pitfalls and stay away from actions that have a cause and effect that are not in alignment with our inner goal. Okay? So their karmic situations have really given them insight into what they don't want and into what they do want, right? It's both simultaneously. But having that contrast between this karmic life and then the experiences that they've had with you, Divine Feminine, and then also with, you know, their inner awakening that's taking place, just like you, just looks different. They're recognizing that they are actually able to manifest the life that they actually want, as long as they learn to control and discipline their internal energy and direct it appropriately. This, I'm sure, Divine Feminine, has a lot to do with you. So let's take a look at your energy with your Divine Masculine. We have 4 of Wands in reverse and 7 of Cups. Okay, so we've got a lot of choices that can be made, and there are sometimes a fear of commitment toward you that has been kind of plaguing your Divine Masculine since the two of you met. It's not coming from a place of like dislike for you. It's all coming from a fear of the light that you represent. Am I worthy? Am I ready for this? Is this something that I can, can I be vulnerable to this? Can I give in to this energy and feel safe? Or is it something that could potentially hurt me? And they are seeing that it's not something that's going to hurt them, okay? They're seeing that you are a representation of home. You are not just a representation of, well, I guess in a way, right? Because just like you, they can't find love in you and you can't find love in them. That's the illusion of separation. It's the recognition that the two of you already are the love that you seek, and that can only be found within. And once that inner union is found, outer union happens. Outer union takes place. And that can look like a lot of things because every single one of our journeys is different. And so that's between you and that being that's within you, which is the truth of who you are. Okay, so your divine masculine is right there, neck and neck with you on this ascension process. I promise you that, right there with you. There is not a separation between there is not a separation between your ascension and theirs. It is two bodies, one soul. Okay? Two bodies, one soul. Not two souls, one body. Okay? All right, we're going to look at some Raven cards here. Pull one out. I haven't used these ones for a while. And so let's see what it says. All right. Nonsense. Life's too short to spend time weighing up every word, so try just talking nonsense. To me, this card means let go of your five senses that collect data and information on a mental, physical level. And instead step into the sixth sense, which is what you are. Okay, embrace that sixth sense, which is not seen with mortal eyes, not heard with mortal ears, but it's felt within through that inner compass, your heart. Okay, and it won't make sense to the mind. It won't make sense to the human part of you, but that's the part of you that we are transcending through this journey. So it doesn't surprise me that this card came up, because this is the mission that you're on with your divine masculine, is to step out of the world and into the spiritual realm. Some would say to die before you die. It's to wake up from the dream, to wake up from the illusion, to need nothing because you recognize that you already are everything. And there's nothing that you can't experience. You are not incapable or limited. You are limitless. And it's the five senses of this world that can sometimes make you feel limited because it's attached to like the matrix. Right? But you are the master over the matrix. So embrace your destiny, divine feminine. Embrace that. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate your support. Take care. Bye-bye.